Good morning, welcome back to Vlogmas.
Hold on, it's time for it to reappear.
Feels like there's a window open in here or something. It's so loud from outside. It's cold today. Oh man, I've got to be quiet because I got up early and everyone's asleep. Everyone apart from Milo, because there's been an update on Fortnite. Oh no, I've got to watch this now. There's been an update on Fortnite and he got up early, and because everyone in the world is trying to play it at the same time, it's not letting him play it, so he's quite disappointed, but he's being patient. Come and show me where the elves are. They've brought some chocolate. Like, we found the elves. People asleep upstairs, so we had to whisper to see the elves because they're actually in the hallway today, but I'll show you them again possibly later on. Milo is watching Ninjago and still trying to get on Fortnite. Thankfully, I'm taking him to come up. At what point, let me just put this out here. At what point is it too pyjama to wear out of the house? Because of course I was going to get changed, and then I thought, well, technically, all of these clothes are not pyjamas. Technically. I am thankful for very long coats and scarves at this time of year because you can hide all manner of sins. I'm just so cold in the morning time. When you get up and it's this cold, I don't really feel like getting undressed and putting other clothes on. But I did sleep in these clothes, so I probably should get changed. Just look at this. There's not a lot of space here. Annie is laying on my computer so that he can squeeze himself in this little space. Right, I am going to watch Emma's Christmas box swap video to see what she thought of everything that I bought for her. I've been waiting for this. I'll leave the links to my box video or my unboxing and Emma's below. Finished watching Emma's video. It's so much fun. The whole thing, like obviously picking the presents, receiving the presents, but also then we get to watch each other open them. I think we're going to do that a couple of times next year. If we're still in lockdown. Anyway, I just wanted to record it that I did actually get changed. It's not necessarily a better outfit, but I didn't sleep in it. Now I need to sort out my work stuff and take the kids to school. Wednesday morning, we've had our team meeting. Now to get to actual work, but I do want to tell you three things actually. Number one, I did not pick off any part of this nail polish or use nail polish remover. Every single bit of it disappeared overnight. So that's the thing. Also, as I suspected, I did find the original nail polish, so I'm going to paint my nails again later. But my dining table comes today, so maybe my nails knew something because that was going to ruin them anyway, wasn't it? So I'll put that up first. And the other thing I wanted to tell you was a bit of a story. So last year, when it was Milo's birthday, I was waiting for one of his friends to turn up. And the guy that dropped the boy off was the twin of my first serious boyfriend, who was the boyfriend of my best friend, which is how we met, and we're still best friends. And so quite like, it's still quite a significant people in my life, because I still have someone in my life from that time. And anyway, I wasn't expecting to see this person. It was so bizarre. And they just walked up to me with this child that I was expecting to see. Did not know that he was the father of this child. It was like worlds colliding, properly Twilight Zone. And I remember just being like, how are you? What is going on? Literally speechless. It was the weirdest thing. Anyway, I've barely seen him since. Occasionally we had to go, I say had to, Milo was invited to his son's party, which was strange because the one that I went out with as a teenager was there. We did not speak. It was just a very surreal thing, to be kind of, because it's not even in the same area. It's so strange that they would end up there. It's the most bizarre coincidence. Anyway, maybe 6 months to a year since that happened. And this morning I saw him again, dropping off the kid. And he said hi, and I'm like, so, would you think that was so weird? I don't remember if I mentioned it at the time. But I remember when I saw him for the first time and I called my friend and was like, you are never going to believe who just dropped their child off in my care. It was the most bizarre thing. I've only really had 3 serious boyfriends in my life and married 2 of them. So significant. And just totally Twilight Zone-y. So yeah, I thought some of you might find that interesting. Some of you wouldn't. The first time I remember telling Lee, and I was on the phone to him, and Lee said, bet you wish you weren't wearing that jumper. I did. It was like a very fluffy, I loved it, but it was a bit Marmite-y. It was red / pink and white from Matalan last year. It was very fluffy. I was wearing a lot of makeup, more than usual, a very bright lip. I was just feeling very festive. And looking back, I looked like a mum from the 80s. And you know when they say you'll bump into someone when you look a bit crazy. Much as I didn't look, I was dolled up, but like too dolled up. That will haunt me forever. Oh, right. I've got to go get the kids. But also, I've got to go to the solicitors. I haven't got to go to the solicitors. I've got to go to the post office to send a letter to the solicitors with all of the many paperwork. The phone's going to be super wobbly, by the way. When I drive away now. But I have to go to the post office, send the paperwork that we've got. I want to send it tracked because this frigging paperwork. I had 3 separate documents that had to be witnessed. It's such a palaver. Anyway, so I'm going now, and I wanted to mention it because a couple of times now I have purchased, like when I sent not Ella's, God, there's something wrong with me today. When I sent Emma's parcel, which was the video today, I did this as well. And if you are like me and hate going to the post office, if you've got a local sorting office, it's so much easier. This is actually closer to us, easier to park. It's kind of in the area that I'm driving by anyway for school and stuff. And it's just so much simpler. And you don't need to just mess around. So I have to weigh whatever it is, the parcel, the letter, the whatever. I pay for the shipping, whatever shipping I want. I have to put in the address, that the address is right because it finds it online. The whole thing is just a little bit more secure, that you're not accidentally mistyping it because it comes up automatically. If it's the correct address, it's the right one. And then I rock up at the sorting office. God, this is dull, isn't it? I can't even... Ooh, what fun content for Vlogmas to be talking about the sorting office. But I think if you don't know this is a thing, it's so easy. Rock up at the sorting office. I've got the scanner thing, the little QR code. They scan that, they print off the label, they put the label on and take it off me. That's it. Donzo. And then I get emails or texts to say it's been received, signed for. So I know when the person has got what I've sent. I think, especially at this time of year when you might be sending letters and cards and stuff and maybe don't want to be surrounded by people, because at the sorting office there are always people, but personally our sorting office is like the most socially distant place you can possibly go. They're like one person in the building at once. It's insane. I prefer that. than having to go to a post office. My problem with the post office always is that every time I go to a local post office, it's closed. It's closed, or it's like half day, or they're on lunch. I prefer the sorting office. It's just, I know where I'm at. I swear to God, I cannot explain how simple that is. I mean, it might be different place to place, but from leaving my car to getting back in my car, it was probably 30 seconds. The craziest thing just happened. I got an email to say that the dining table is going to be here in like 10 minutes. And that is the absolute beginning of our window. So it said between 4:30 and 6:30. I'm thinking it's going to be at like 8 o'clock. Also, no one can ever find our house. So I'm not anticipating it being here in 10 minutes. But I looked on the map and they are just down the street, theoretically. When does that ever happen, that it actually comes early? Guys, it's come. I can't even believe it. It was like minutes after I'd said, it's not going to be here in 10 minutes. I heard a big van across the road. I opened the door just because I thought we need to like alert them to where we are. I ran down the street and was like, we're down here. Can't believe it. He said they accidentally found us. And obviously it was a nightmare because no one can. But it is quite large. I know what you're thinking, yes, that is a dining table in my living room. I have to say, it is 1,000 times better than I thought it could potentially be. I started to get really nervous because of the reviews, but it's really, really nice. It's easily, I need to wash it because it's got like little layer of white bits of dust and stuff on it. It's easily an 8-seater without the leaves. It's got extra pieces that go up the side, which I just don't think I'm ever going to need. And the bench is really nice too, and it was so easy to put together. Okay, I'm gonna edit this now at the dining table. I mean, it's giant. It is absolutely giant and insane to have in the living room. But also, to be fair, the living room is like a crazy long room. It's actually got a full sofa and a little sofa in it with loads of space. Even if we had intended to leave this in it, it's not that crazy. But we don't. It doesn't feel like as crazy as I thought it would. And it goes really nicely. I'm really happy with it. I don't know if you can tell. I'm really happy with it. I'm so happy to have a dining table. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow. For now, I'm going to go edit this video and pass out because I'm super tired. See you tomorrow.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire.